Have you ever felt history watching you before it happens? I did. Not from the sky filled with bombers, not from the jungle breathing around us, but from a single name whispered again and again in the bunker at night. Dien Bien Phu. I had never seen it. None of us had, but somehow it was already here.
My name is Daniel Harper, U.S. Marine Corps, January 1968, Combat Base Khe Sanh near the Laotian border. From the air, Khe Sanh looked like a scar carved into green flesh, a plateau scraped raw, ringed with hills, defended by sandbags, wire, and belief. Belief that we were different, belief that air power had rewritten war, belief that no enemy could do to us what had been done to the French in 1954. We joked about it at first. This isn't Dien Bien Phu, someone said. We've got jets. We had B-52s. We had radios that could summon fire from the sky. We had maps with grid squares, kill zones, and confidence drawn in ink. And yet, the hills around us had names. Hill 881 North, Hill 861, Hill 558. They looked down on us the same way the ridges had looked down on the French, only history noticed first.
The first strange thing about Khe Sanh wasn't the shelling, it was the silence before it. Weeks passed where nothing happened. No frontal attacks, no massed charges. Instead, the enemy vanished. No uniforms, no banners, no bugles. Just tunnels, just footsteps at night, just the feeling of being observed. Recon patrols came back shaken. "They're digging," one sergeant whispered. "Everywhere." Airstrikes flattened jungle that regrew in days. Bomb craters became hiding places. We were winning every engagement, on paper, but something didn't add up. Supplies arrived by air only. The road was cut. The base was an island, and islands can drown. Then the shelling began. Artillery walked across the base like a giant counting his steps. Ammo dumps exploded. Aircraft burned on the runway. Night after night, the hills flashed with muzzle fire. Not attacks, just reminders. We fired back blindly. One night, an old Vietnamese interpreter named Min sat beside me in the bunker. He had fought the French as a boy. He didn't look scared. He looked tired. "They are not trying to take Khe Sanh," he said softly. "They are letting Khe Sanh take itself." That was the first time someone said it out loud. Dien Bien Phu had not fallen in one assault. It had been weighted to death. The French had controlled the valley. The Vietnamese had controlled the time. And time always wins. February came like a fist. The siege tightened. Shells fell daily. Mud swallowed boots. Men counted days by airdrops. Command told us Khe Sanh was a symbol, that holding it proved something, but no one could explain what. B-52 strikes shook the earth so hard the bunker walls bled dust. The jungle burned, screamed, vanished, and yet, when the smoke cleared, the enemy was still there. One night, under red flares and shaking ground, I understood the hidden truth. We were not defending a base, we were defending a narrative. The enemy didn't need to take Khe Sanh. They only needed us to stay, to bleed resources, to fix our attention,
to turn our strength into a liability. Just like the French, different uniforms, same mistake. The shadow of Dien Bien Phu wasn't tactical, it was psychological. In July 1968, the order came. We were leaving. Not retreating, not surrendering, redeploying. We destroyed what we couldn't carry. The base that had been worth thousands of lives was suddenly worth nothing. As the helicopters lifted us out, I looked down. Khe Sanh didn't look conquered, it looked abandoned. That was the final lesson. Wars are not always lost by being defeated. Sometimes they are lost by being understood too late. Dien Bien Phu ended an empire. Khe Sanh ended an illusion. And history, patient as ever, watched both. Epilogue: the hidden fact. Years later, people asked, was Khe Sanh America's Dien Bien Phu? The answer is no, and yes. No, because the base did not fall. Yes, because the certainty did. And once certainty collapses, everything else follows.